the Ambassador of the Royal Government of Norway to Kenya, Engineer John Musanik, representing the Government of Kenya, the Ministry of Industry, Mr. Joel Kyoko, Director Metrology and Testing KEBS, and Mr. Joseph Koske, Managing Director KEBS, my colleague, Mr. Ola Altera, representative of UNIDO in Nairobi. Now to the metrologists, Dr. Vinod Low, Chairperson of AFRIMETS, the eminent metrologists representing the knowledge from many parts of the world, starting from Dr. Michael Kune, BIPM, from France, from US, and so on. I think I must first pay a tribute to the resource persons that we have here. And many of them have come here, not paid by UNIDO, not paid by AFRIMETS, but on their own expense. And I, on behalf of UNIDO, extend a formal welcome to you and pay tribute to the commitment you made to Africa together to bring AFRIMETS to the proper skill levels. Then I'd like to, on behalf of UNIDO, extend a very warm welcome to the trainees that have come from about 40 countries. In addition to Africa, we have also funded trainees from different parts of Asia. So welcome, all of you here, to this important event, the launching of the AFRIMETS Training School. Let me say a few words about why UNIDO is engaged in this area. The starting point for UNIDO's mandate, which is industry development, which is helping developing countries gain tangible benefits from trade. Now, if you look at the so-called WTO-driven rules-based trading system that evolved in 1995, if you look at the trade from Africa, there's hardly a change. Now, one of the key obstacles in effective trade participation is the inability of developing countries, particularly in Africa, to demonstrate capabilities to comply with the WTO agreements, the Agreement on Technical Barriers to Trade, TBT for short, and the agreement on the application of the sanitary and phytosanitary measures, the SPS agreement. Now, both these agreements recognize the international rule in standards and conformity. But it doesn't specifically talk about metrology, if you read the two texts in detail. But metrology is part and parcel of the standards and conformity assessment. And there are significant gaps in Africa, in Asia, and other parts of the developing world. One cannot talk about manufacture to precision or quality assurance without metrology. Technology, attracting investors, metrology is the key. If you look at healthcare, if I do a test in my home country, a blood test for my cholesterol level, I'll go to 4 medical labs, and all 4 would give me 4 different readings. One of the key reasons, lack of credible metrology. So it's an important area we are addressing. BIPM is the eminent body promoting the global recognition of metrology. They have their own mutual recognition schemes, the CIPM MRA, and the mechanism is to work through regional metrology organizations. Europe, you have Euromet. Asia Pacific, you have APMP. Now in Africa, as Dr. Lowe just mentioned, only 2 to 3 years ago, AFRIMETS was born. Now if you look at the entire sub-Saharan Africa, take Northern Africa out, take one country, South Africa, out, maybe you can mention 3 or maximum 4 countries in the whole continent that have demonstrated their measurement capability. And Asia is not that far ahead. Even Sri Lanka and Pakistan are just about to demonstrate their capability, or they have demonstrated some capability. So you can just imagine the challenge that you face. So it is in this context that UNIDO has significant involvement in Africa in building the totality of quality infrastructure, standards, metrology, testing, certification, accreditation. We have interventions. I'll speak tomorrow about all our programs. We have interventions at the regional levels. The East African Community, we are trying to harmonize accreditation. ECOWAS and UEMOA, we have large programs. And almost every country in sub-Saharan Africa, we are present. So when AFRIMET was formed, I had discussions with someone else that I need to pay a tribute to here, Pedro Espina from BIPM. The two of us talked and said AFRIMET is formed. You need to have significant interventions. How about working together for the benefit of AFRIMET? So we did a simple concept. Then the government of Norway, we approached, and we were happy they came up with 500,000 euro. UNIDO contributed 100,000 euro. So we are happy that we are partnering AFRIMET from the inception in helping them develop their roadmaps, the strategic roadmap ahead, and also the fruition today, the AFRIMET Training School. So I'd like to, first of all, make our thanks and our recognition to the government of Norway, through Excellency, the ambassador represented here. I hope, Excellency, you would take some good wishes how the event has been organized, and your tax money is well spent in a fantastic training program here. So let me say, for the trainees, you are extremely fortunate. If you look at the training material that's given to you, they're in both languages, French and English. And we just had a brief discussion here yesterday in the planning session. And I mentioned that in working with APMP, the Asia-Pacific Metrology Program, I haven't seen such a detailed strategic document and such a detailed training program as what we see here. So we agreed we will publish this material and we'll give a copy to APMP as a model also for them to build the capacity of other APMP countries. So with that, let me conclude by also thanking the team behind. Mr. Lowe and his team in AFRIMET, and also my team here. I think I need to pay tribute to Pablo Davila, the project manager, Juan Pablo, who's also helping us a lot in the logistics. And then the two key resource persons from UNIDO, Elsie Menges, who did wonderful work here, and Sarah, and also Jackie, who have been working here the last 4 or 5 days here, putting the logistics together. So I think we're happy. This 10-day program, which is classroom training, practical training, and also visiting the real metrology in enterprises. I also want to pay tribute to the government of Kenya and KEBS, the excellent hospitality that's been extended to us from the time we came in, and also KEBS for opening your facilities for us for training. And please take our good wishes to the Honourable Minister. Thanks for the hospitality extended by the government. So once again, one more final word for the government of Norway for the significant funding. And we are also maybe approaching the government of Norway for one more issue. AFRAC has just been formed, the African Regional Accreditation. So we are hoping that UNIDO and NORAD would also take AFRAC on board, so the other pillar of conformity assessment will be covered. So I wish you all the very best in your training, and I wish AFRIMET successful results, and I thank you all for being here. Thank you very much.